In this sport, you don't wait for judges to decide your fate. TenexToken puts you in control. Stake instantly, speculate discreetly, and keep your moves private. TenexToken. Play smart, play discreet. This is Cougan Cassius for IFLTV. What? I just make it weird straight away. I'm fully clothed, you're not. There's no bottom half here for Sam, you can't see it. We're in Sheffield, it's Dave Allen fight week. They had a fight today. Yeah, just a little preview around the show tonight first of all. Let's start with that. Let's start with Dave Allen. And we've seen Makhmudov bowling around this week. When you talk to him, I don't think he's as scary as what he looks, but then I suppose, I don't know what that means. He looks frightening. I
saw him yesterday and I was looking at him. I've never actually seen him up close, and he's a huge, like I don't want to say unattractive, because it's like, but he's just a scary looking individual, isn't he? He's not someone you'd want to fight really, just to look at. He does that thing with his neck and like he's
wrestles bears.
He wrestles bears, like, yeah. But look, it's clearly a fight that everyone's really excited about, because I think Frank Smith mentioned there, like, I think Brooke Hatton, what was the other one? Warrington, Lee Wood. But other than that, this is like the biggest boxing show to happen in Sheffield. So it's amazing that we're here again with Dave Allen. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I remember the pre-Johnny Fisher, everyone was slagging that fight, saying he shouldn't be in the ring, they shouldn't be medically cleared, and now he's a champion and he's one fight away from challenging one of the big boys. That's what boxing's like. It's an amazing sport.
This is the dangerous hurdle of looking at those fights, because we know potentially it comes through tonight. There are some, like you said, potential, the names being mentioned, the Wilders, etc., but this is it's a bit more than just a banana skin for Dave Allen, this, isn't it? He's obviously got to go in there, get the job done. Otherwise, all these fights we're talking about, it's irrelevant.
It's a right annoying fly there, isn't there? Yeah, look, Dave can't overlook the job in hand, because I think some fighters they get guilty of it, like they get in good positions. Like Dave's in a great position. He's coming off the back of 2 good performances on, as I say, high-profile fights. He doesn't need to take his eye off the ball, but I actually don't think he is doing that. Like he seems like he's still Dave. Do you know what I mean? He's still Dave Allen. Do you know what I mean? He still likes to laugh and joke, and that's Dave. But he went home last night because he didn't want to be like in the hotel, like up late. He wants to get a good night's sleep. And I like that. I like what I'm seeing from Dave, and I think this is going to be a great night for him. I do think the fight could be quite Weatherspoony. Well, like, it's going to be like the first 3 rounds.
Sorry, what?
Weatherspoony. I like that. It's a word I've just made up. Weatherspoons. Like the first 3 rounds are going to be chaotic.
Cheap and cheerful. No.
It's going to be chaotic. But then I do think Dave, once Makhmudov slows down a little bit, Dave will take over in the fight, and I think Dave can stop him. But if not, I think Dave can win on points.
Carl Frampton has suggested that Makhmudov is, in Frampton's words, could be potentially a bit of a spear. That was according to... I did see that, and I was thinking... Carl Frampton
did say that while he was in a different...
He didn't. He said it when he walked past. It was so awkward.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw the clip, but I didn't see...
He said it as he walked past, like within a couple of seconds.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to say that while he was like in the same area as you, Makhmudov, and hopefully like he didn't really understand Carl's lingo and didn't understand what he said. But no, look, people are looking into the Cabello loss where he was beating up to the body. Like Cabello, like, and that's not to downplay Dave Allen, but Cabello's a top 5 heavyweight in the world. And Guido, massively underrated, who's fighting tonight. And I think Guido will win his fight tonight as well. He's beaten Makhmudov. But other than that, like, I'm not so sure he's a spewer. I just don't think he's that good, Mahmudov. That's just me. Making sure he's not around. making sure he's not.
I wonder what he was doing.
Making sure he's not around, walking up to me like this, like, what did you say? Like we wouldn't say it like that, would he? But yeah, I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good, and I think Dave can definitely win this fight, and I think he can win it in style as well. Eventually, I think he'll be messy first few, and I think the second half, I think Dave can take him out in good style. Keep that in the video.
No.
Where is this?
He literally had one fucking. Just stop recording. Well, I don't fucking know why he's meant to fucking be watching. Put it this way in case you fuck off again.
I'll say it.
Fucking
Right.
Can we just go back to what just happened there?
What?
Coogan cursing Pug. Where the fuck is he?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because it
You did
stopped.
that one job though, Pug.
Yeah.
That's like, it's bang out of order what you just done there.
I do usually just say
He went for a vape. That's what he went for.
You got to stop doing that. You got to stop fucking vaping. You may as well, if you're gonna like affect your lungs, you may as well just do it with cigarettes. Like what are you? I mean, what the? Honestly, what the fuck is this, Pug? Honestly, really, like, do you want to see people vape and oh, Pug, we're gonna speak about this off camera. No, fuck off. Yeah, that piece of.
Right. 6 days ago, we saw a bombshell signing from Matchroom with a spectacular video to go alongside it with the announcement of the Ben Whittaker signing. I mean, now they're together. I mean, it's like, it's always made sense, if that makes sense.
Listen, Eddie, I remember when Ben was, it was the Matchroom. It was the last show at his house. I don't know what show it was, but Ben came to the show, and I remember that they got Ben on the broadcast, and I know they were very confident. I even think they shot a promo with Ben, and then obviously Ben, Shalom and Sky literally just emptied the bank for him, and they got him in the end. But Eddie's always made no secret that he wants to sign Ben, and it's like he's finally got hold of the love of his life.
That's an interesting way of putting it, but yeah, and I mean, we saw Eubank make comment on that videos. I think Eubank's done a similar
his comment
video to that.
He's the only one that got more interaction than my comment that I left on there. I put that's the 26 budget gone. that's the 2026 budget gone. But yeah, Eubank's always gonna like dig in at Eddie whenever he can. It's actually quite funny, to be honest.
But yeah, absolutely. We've seen Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
Eddie's probably in a good position because he's seen who he's been matched up with. We've had the Liam Cameron situation.
Yeah.
Eddie's observed all that.
Yeah.
By now, obviously, linking up with him. So he's quite experienced. He's not going there with someone that's like, he has no clue about how he's going to feature in the pro game. So it's probably a good advantage there, Eddie, to know exactly what to do with Ben Whittaker now.
I think Ben's promoted himself amazingly well. Like, you've got to... I mean, Simon Jordan, like, I respect Simon, by the way, especially a lot of his opinions, but when he said he unearthed Ben Whittaker, I thought that was a crazy shout. Like everybody wanted to sign him. I wanted to sign him. Every manager, every promoter in boxing, American, English, they all wanted to sign Ben Whittaker, right? It was all about San Carlo. He ran up a right bill for me on the San Carlos. Ben Whittaker, when I tried to sign him.
Simon Jordan then,
No, not Simon Jordan, don't worry about that. But Ben, so nobody unearthed him. Ben's a phenomenal amateur. Always charismatic, and I knew, and Ben will tell you this himself, I knew Ben would be the star he is because of his personality. It's like a love-hate. You either love him or you don't. But people will pay to watch him fight because he's super entertaining, whether you like it or not, whether it's your thing or not. Like, he's always going viral, but he's just promoted himself really well. You sprinkle in a bit of Eddie Hearn with that. It's a great match, and I think them two are kind of meant to be together.
Seemingly so. Just going back a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember the last time I actually spoke to you, but...
I've not done any interview for a while. I know Matchroom done I did something with Matchroom with Jack, but I've not done a, like, boxing outlet interview for a while now.
I mean, the Ben Eubank press conference was probably, 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I think people are more tuned in to watch Hearn and Eubank rather than Ben and Eubank at these presses now.
Yeah, look, Chris Eubank is absolutely brilliant in these situations. I don't think what comes out of his mouth is always the greatest, but he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he clearly doesn't care about any backlash that he gets. Like, he made some wild statements while he was doing it, but it sells the fight because people are interested in what he's saying, because it's like the headlines, what he's saying. So Eubank's a master at what he does. I thought Conor Benn was really good. Conor was a lot less emotional than what he was in the first one, and I think that's what, with Conor this time, it's like it's not about hurting Eubank, it's just about simply getting the W. That's all that's like on Conor's mind. It's a different approach that Conor had this time, but Eubank was still Chris Eubank, sold the show again. People will be interested, and there's a few people said, oh, it might not sell as well as it did last time. If there's even 50,000 in there, which I'm certain there will be on that night, 50,000 in a freezing cold night in November, it's amazing. It's going to be another fantastic fight because their styles mesh, their styles come together so well. So, look, listen, I'm always going to predict Conor. I thought Conor would win the last one, and I'm a lot more confident this time that he'll win the second one.
Just going back to that presser, Hearns wants Eubank to retract his comments that he made. I don't see Eubank doing that, do you?
No, it's going to probably go to the courtroom, which is it's just mad because, like, I've got to be honest, I did laugh because all I had was visions of Frank Smith like doing this during a high vis jacket pug. You know what I'm saying? Those builder high vis jackets going, no, do not let the ambulance go. Like, and it was making me laugh. But when you do actually the what has actually happened, you can't accuse a company of stopping an ambulance leaving that could potentially be life-threatening. You're not you're not going to do that. It's just wild comments. But I just think that people need to be sensible, and Eubank probably just needs to say, look, I was selling the fight, and I didn't mean that Edward John Hearn and young Frank Smith stood in front of my...
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. I think I spoke to Hearn about this recently. Something's obviously been put in motion. I'm sure Eddie's not just sitting there.
The egos are there as well. No one's going to take a backward step. Like, Eddie's not going to take a backward step, and it's two massive egos, isn't it? Eddie and Chris Eubank. So you would like to think that like common sense would prevail in a situation like that. It doesn't need to go to a courtroom.
Okay, let's talk about Anthony Joshua. There's rumours circulating we might even see Joshua fight this year.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, we're only in October, but I suppose if he is, then we're going to find out about that quite soon. There's talk of him potentially fighting in Africa. There's probably about 10 different names being linked there. What do you reckon is going to happen now?
So, I mean, it's no secret. I'm a big AJ fan. So I'd like to see him come back, get a win, and then listen. Who knows? He could be fighting Daniel Dubois again next year. Who knows? Like it was a bad loss for AJ, and look, if it makes sense if AJ wants to do it again, that fight's there.
I think the Dubois loss was worse than the Ruiz loss.
Yeah, because he got ironed out, didn't he? And even for me, like I'm working with Daniel now. I don't even really like looking at the replays of it because I don't want to see Anthony Joshua. I still don't think people will give, and I say this all the time about AJ, but I still don't think people will give him the credit for what he's actually done for British boxing until he's long gone, and that's a shame. Because when Anthony Joshua does leave boxing, there will be the biggest hole and void, because listen, people have their opinions, but like my interaction, like he gives everybody time, treats everybody the same, and I think he's a great man. I really do. I think he's a great man, and I want to see him. Like, as I say, have a comeback win, and if he wants to try and avenge his loss against Daniel, that fight's there. But if he doesn't, AJ is in a position where he can do whatever the hell he wants, and nobody should think any two ways about him. He can do whatever he wants. He's earned the right to do whatever he wants. I hope he fights Fury, because it's what the country would like to see. We're running out of time. We're on borrowed time, really, with that fight. But yeah, I just wanted to say that about AJ, because he's someone I respect really massively.
I think Wilder's made some comments that he's going to be back out in January. I think everyone's second guessing who he's talking about. I don't think he was referring to the Joshua fight, but
That's a good fight, though,
yeah,
isn't it?
it is a good fight. But I don't think that's what.
They both don't need warm-up fights, do they, to like fight each other? Like Wilder, if we're being honest, looks so far past his best. I think AJ would have beat him in his prime, and I think he would beat him now. So I think that's a good fight for AJ. If AJ wants to go and do a fight in Africa, why not do AJ Wilder? It's huge. I know people will go, but we will all tune in to. You'll be putting old Pug on an economy flight, and you'll be straight out there, won't you? Straight out there.
Puggy. Dubois, Frank Warren said to me that we'll see Dubois out in action in a big fight this year.
Yeah, Daniel could be fighting maybe the end of this year, but if not, the very early part of 26. So there's some big things in the pot.
I saw a couple of rumours that Dubois being linked with a fight with Chisora.
Yeah.
Was that ever spoken about?
No, I've not heard. We've not been offered that fight. But I would love that fight to see me. And listen, again, Derek's another one. When Derek goes, we will miss him. Do you know what I mean? When Derek finally leaves boxing, we will miss him. Great ambassador for British boxing. Like, he's been good. He fights everybody, and I think it would sell really well, wouldn't it? Like Daniel against Derek. I think it would be a brilliant build-up. I think it would be a great fight. Yeah, why not?
Has Dubois and Itama ever been spoken about?
No, it's not been mentioned, but that fight's going to happen. Like, it's just when the fight's big enough. Because what you don't want to do is make that fight and it's not big enough yet. You want it to be like Dubois is a much bigger name than Itama right now, right? But Moses Itama's, he's looked flawless in his start to be in a professional boxer, to be in his professional career. He's looked flawless, but he's not quite that name yet that makes a stadium fight. Him against Dubois should be a stadium fight. So let's let that one marinate. They're both still young. Daniel's 28. Moses is 20. So there's plenty of time for that fight to happen. But it will happen. All those fights will happen.
Okay. I want to talk about your stable first of all. So if you just kind of run through the fights of your fighters for the rest of 2025.
Right, we'll have to get this right now. So next week we've got Adam Macker. He's on the Liddard Conway undercard at York Hall. So that's his first fight. I mean, all Adam's fights, he sold like hundreds of tickets in Newcastle, and he's from Brighton. So when Adam does box down south, he only got a few tickets for this one, but he's going to be a massive ticket seller. He's fighting next week in his third professional fight. The week after that is the 25th on the Saturday, the Parker Wardley on the card, where Zayn Ahmed is going to make his professional debut. When I come back, well, no, not when I come back. The day after that, I will fly out to Orlando, and Pat Brown will fight Valera. I think he's going to be chief support. I think to that to the main the chief support there. Another step up for Pat Brown, going at a fast pace. He is an amazing talent, Pat Brown. You ask Eddie's always, and people are wondering who are these next stars to come out, and I mean this when I tell you Pat Brown is right up there, if not the main one. He's a ferocious, phenomenal talent.
I met Pat's dad yesterday, actually.
Bomber Senior.
On crutches?
Yes, on crutches, but he'll be out there. He will be out there in Orlando to watch his son fight. We're looking forward to it, but yeah, keep your eye. Just follow the career of Pat Brown, because I know people say I say this about all of them, but I'm telling you right now, Pat Brown is going to be at the very top of British boxing and world boxing for many years to come. He's an amazing talent. But this weekend we've got to even go on about Hamza-Uddin making his 6th professional fight. He's fighting for an English title, a WBA title, 6th professional fight. Amazing. So Hamza's going to hopefully, well, God willing, he's going to get his hands on 2 titles this weekend. Conor Tudsbury's back after a little frustrating injury. But yeah, we went on from, so for Pat Brown, so we've gone through those 3 weeks, and then it's Pat Brown, and then we have a week off, and then with Jack Catterall against Echo Esserman, Conor Benn against Chris Eubank. I think we get, what happens, there's one after that at the end of November as well. I forgot to mention Luke Pryor as well. Luke Pryor making his debut on November the 1st as well in Manchester. Amazing talent. Won the ABAs and the Tri-Nations by knockout. So he's a ferocious puncher. So yeah, watch out for Luke Pryor. Then it's Pat Brown, Jack Catterall, and then we're moving into fights that haven't been announced yet, so I can't talk about it. But Conor Walker will be in action before the end of the year in a big fight. Cameron Vong will be in a great fight that everybody wants to see. Adam Hamed will be returning. Sami Hamed will be returning. Possibly Daniel Dubois, we don't know yet. Mate, it's all happening. It's all happening.
It's all happening under Sam Jones, who wasn't even listed in.
Can't go on about it. I get a lot of stick like that.
I won't listen. I won't listen. I've gone on about it so much. I got matchroom number 2. I got that vote as well, which I still think is very real, by the way. So and I just think that they're.
You still got it?
No, mate. I gave it to a.
Give it away. Signed it as well.
Signed it and gave it away. Didn't double sign it though. Shut up, pug.
Right, I do want to end on talking about yesterday. Manchester did really come to a standstill all day yesterday for the funeral of Ricky Hatton, and everyone was kind of asking, how did it go? And I suppose people know the context of it. It went not well, but if you want to use that kind of expression of unexpected, that's the thing. You expected the turnout that actually was in Manchester yesterday.
He was always going to get that turnout, wasn't he, Ricky? I mean, Ricky, Joe got scared then, but no, Ricky. Every time I've met Ricky, the first time I met Ricky properly was he came to the gym with Nathan Gorman when Joe was sparring him. And imagine this is the first time, like Ricky Hatton, I looked at him and I'm like, I'm starstruck, even though I've been in boxing now about a year or a couple of years then. But I looked at Ricky and I was like, oh my God, it's Ricky Hatton. I'm like Joe Joyce, he was like, I was like, Joe, it's Ricky Hatton. I couldn't quite believe I was meeting Ricky Hatton, one of my boxing heroes. And then after 5 minutes, he was just talking to me like I'm on his level. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean in but I mean just in life. He made you feel a certain way. He made he was just your mate straight away. And that's what that was his superpower. So I just remember speaking to him, and then we had numbers. I remember him asking me to book him a table at the Park Plaza restaurant. Because there's a good dinner there at the Park Plaza, and I remember sorting that for him. And since then, I exchanged numbers because obviously the sparring with Nathan Gorman, and would always have a message exchange here and there. And I've met him obviously loads of times since then. And Ricky was just a great man, and I was always appreciative for his he would always say he's a laugher. He was a joker, wasn't he, Ricky? But he was also he was so knowledgeable about boxing. I appreciated the time he always given it. I never because you never know, life's short, isn't it? And I never got a chance to say thank you to Ricky for always giving me his time, because he never needed to, because I'm not on his level as a. Do you know what I mean? Ricky was an absolute superstar of British boxing. You will never see, ever, somebody like Ricky Hatton again. He was a one-off, because you imagine how big Ricky would be now if he was in his prime, and social media. Ricky did all that off his own back. Off his own back, and he built a fan base that will never be seen again. 30,000 to Vegas. For Adam Smith's tribute to him was absolutely amazing. how he managed to get through that without like breaking down was unbelievable. But what he was saying about him was just so true. Like he was one of the people, a proper people's champion. But going back to my experiences with Ricky, I was always grateful to him, and I never got a chance to say thank you to him to this, because he wouldn't have wanted a thank you, Ricky. Do you know what I mean? But like I was always just grateful for the time he always gave to me whenever I was in his presence, and I was really I'm forever grateful to him for that. Kind words, advice. Just a great man, just an absolutely great man, and he's going to be sorely missed by everybody, by absolutely everyone. Because I know everyone has said this, and we're in that sport where he's this and he's that. Nobody says bad stuff about Ricky Hatton, and that's because he was just a great man. Yeah, amazing, huge loss to the world. Never mind boxing, but like it's like I say this as well. We say when you watch Ricky, like he got carried by Jack, his brother, Jack Campbell, Paul Speak. They carried that coffin, and we can go away from there and think how great memories of Ricky. But then you think of the family, Campbell. Like to Ricky, he's like he was your mate. Wani Coogan is a really good mate to you, and to everybody, he's like we knew him as Ricky, and then he's lost his dad. Like, so my thoughts and prayers and feelings go out to the family, because they've lost the son, the granddad, the dad, the brother, and yeah, it's gone way too soon. But yeah, amazing person, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this before that even after yesterday, I think the majority of people there kind of, and I don't mean this horribly, but they kind of go back to their normal lives, and that could include whoever. But the people left with the aftermath of this are his kids and his mum and dad and Matthew and all the people kind of really, his family really, and people that were kind of Paul Speak, all these people, they're left still to go on with this. To a different level to any of us.
It's going to go on and on. We can go back to our lives, like we can go on to our lives, but they can't. They can't. So, I think, listen. I think Campbell would have received hundreds of thousands of messages. I've messaged. Like, there's so many people that message him. I messaged Jack Hatton. I said, listen, mate, well done. You did amazing, because there's no heavier burden when you're carrying a coffin of someone you love. Like, I remember carrying my granddad's coffin, and it broke me. I was in tears all the way. But my granddad was 90. He had cancer. Like he was Ricky's was 46, 47. So incredible courage to do that in front of all those people as well. That's thousands and thousands of people. But no, just my best wishes to the family. I mean, I will on a lighter note. One of the things Ricky Hatton said to me, I thought a little quick one. I was asking him, because I didn't really want to ask him about because he'd always laugh it off, wouldn't he, Ricky, about Mayweather and Pacquiao. I says, he was talking about the Pacquiao fight, and he said his preparation wasn't the best before that fight, right? He goes to me, yeah, I was the ring walk, I was doing great, and I was doing absolutely brilliant until the bell went. And I just remember, like, me and Jack Catcher was there, we just burst out laughing, because he said it with such a straight face. He just went, I was doing brilliant, like, rubbed his hands and just went, I was doing brilliant until the bell went. And that's just what type of character he was. I could speak about Ricky for ages, and I wasn't like, you had a deep friendship with him, and like, I've met Ricky loads of times, but like, I wasn't speak to him every day. But Ricky was the honestly, there will only ever be one of him, for sure, a one-off.
Yeah, it certainly won't be another Ricky Hatton. Just to recap on a couple of your points you just made. That Adam Smith, his tribute to Ricky. And I know Adam's experienced in talking, but he would never ever go through something like that in his life. Hopefully not, where he has to, because Adam was really close with Ricky. And then Campbell Hatton also getting up, and I know I spoke to Campbell yesterday, and I said, I know it's a case of he has to do that, but it's still not easy, I know. And the girls with their video messages that come through, it was just heartbreaking to see all these kids kind of talking for a couple of minutes about just the most horrendous situation.
like I've done it. Like my granddad was like the closest person to me in life, right? But like I say, he was 90. He was nearly 90 years old. He went because of like cancer, but old. He was an old guy. Do you know what I mean? Old man. Ricky, I was speaking. I couldn't get my words out. They managed to have the courage to speak, like Campbell, in front of thousands of people, everyone watching, everyone like, and he spoke about his dad who was 46. Like, listen, huge respect to Campbell and everybody, and look, I just send my love and my best wishes, and I think everyone does, everybody does to them, because gone way too soon.
All right, Sam, much appreciate your time. Thank you for those words. Yeah, well, I'm going to go up and get this out because we're only hours away from heading over to the arena, so hopefully we'll catch a word with you after. But have you got anything else you'd like to say? Or?
No, just tune into the Zone tonight. Obviously, the great main event, great card. Looking forward to the whole thing. But Conor Tudsbury before the bell, tune into that. And then Hamza Uddin will open the broadcast at I think 7 o'clock to fight for his first 2 titles as a professional. Tune in and enjoy the show. Do you like that T-shirt? It's good, isn't it?
Lovely.
From the Rocky store in Philadelphia.
Right, mate.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Kugan Cassius, IFLTV here with Sam Jones. Thank you very much. In this sport, you don't wait for judges to decide your fate. TenexToken puts you in control. Stake instantly, speculate discreetly, and keep your moves private. TenexToken. Play smart, play discreet.